Hello, Crystal Palace. Welcome to the Upper Norwood Library Hub live lunch. This is intended as a positive break from work, from the current situation, a way of spreading some positive stories and interesting information about the local community to help you stay connected with Crystal Palace and South East London. So our guest today is Cathrine Dunne, who is a resident of South East London, an artist, and co-founder of Solo Craft Fairs, which are pop-up craft markets that have now gone virtual. So Cathrine, it's great to have you here. Do you tell us a bit about Solo Craft Fairs? Where did the inspiration come from?
Yeah, so Rebecca and I know each other from quite a while ago, about 13 years actually.
Wow.
And I just graduated from uni. She had just finished sixth form, was going travelling. So we're temping, as most people do at that kind of age. And we bumped back into each other a few years later, where I was doing markets. I do like homeware and jewellery and party wear, and she's an artist herself. So we went for a Christmas drink back in 2015, just for a catch up. And we were in Catford Constitutional Club, which is sadly no longer there. And we thought, what a great place to hold a market, thinking it would be a one-off. Lo and behold, we're still going, like 4 years on. So, but yeah, so we wanted to, ideally, we wanted to, there are lots of markets around and we're all really supportive, and we've got great market solidarity with a lot of the South London markets. But we wanted to, bring together a lot, like showcase the best of the best in South London. Being South Londoners ourselves, we're big advocates of it. But also we bring in musicians at times, we bring in workshops. We want to support local small indie businesses, now more than ever, obviously. So yeah, that's why we started up the virtual markets,
and they seem to be going really well. So tell us how they work.
So it's on Instagram live stories, sorry. So all you have to do is log on at work between 12 and 2 every Saturday. Makers can get involved by just posting a story with one of their products, their link, price, and just tag Solo Craft Fair in their post, and we will reshare it between 12 and 2 p.m. To browse, all you have to do is just come and have a look at our stories between 12 and 2. If you're busy, you can check back in at the highlights later on, where we're saving them as well, so you can go back and visit the markets from the past 4 weeks as well. So yeah, we're really
That's
excited.
amazing. You've been getting a lot of makers involved, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple hundred makers a week, which when we first started out, I think we were a bit naive to how big it was going to be. So we were saying that, we'd try and post up to 3 products of each maker, where now we're struggling just to get 1 of each maker each time. But it's great. It shows that, there's still so much demand out there. Even though we're on lockdown, birthdays haven't gone away, Easter celebrations haven't gone away, anniversaries, or even if you want to treat yourself, like a lot of people are doing home decor and things while they're at home. So it's been great, and I think now more than ever we should be supporting small businesses. It's such a hard time, not only financially but mentally, and you put your heart and soul into making items, and when someone buys that, it just means the world to small businesses. That we wanted to give them the opportunity and still be able to support them, even though all of our markets and our pop-up shop was cancelled. That will come later down the line. We just want to make sure everyone's staying safe, but still can get engaged, and it's like a lovely sense of community.
Yeah, it sounded like you've made sort of lots of community connections.
Yeah.
The pop-ups are all over South London, aren't they, when you do them?
Yeah, so we do them all over South London, both South East and South West, and we're actually in conversations with going north of the river,
Wow.
which is obviously
brave.
And East London. So obviously that's like a new area for us to get involved in. But we love it. We've met people like yourselves, but also other markets as well. We talk to them quite a lot. There's not like that stiff competition where you feel like you can't talk to people. It's lovely, like we can bounce ideas off each other. And also during all of this as well, it means, you know, some local shops as well, and small shops in South London have got involved, because when they're able to reopen, they want to be able to stock some of these traders' items, and that's amazing. Like,
Wow,
it's better than we could obviously ever have imagined. So
that's
yeah.
fab. So it's potentially helping people have more work and more places to promote their products kind of after
Yeah.
this is all over.
Absolutely. I think like we've heard from so many traders that they've sold things, and we get so excited. But not only that, their followers are going up, and you know, they've been in contact with other makers and they're making friends, and it's so nice. Like, it honestly is so lovely. I think, like, obviously lockdown is the worst possible thing in so many ways, but also it's been great because people are still staying connected through tech, which is wonderful.
Yeah, and in some ways even more so.
Yeah.
I think it's just we've all kind of today is actually World Voice Day, so it's something I've been thinking about a lot, sort of the communication aspect, and just how I mean, and as a singer and teacher, voice is always massively important to me anyway. But it sort of seems like with lockdown and things that it's become a million times more important that we're able to speak, and the tech is there to be able to speak and keep connected and express ourselves. And I guess for you guys to you're expressing yourselves in the things you're creating, and to be able to still be um, showing people what you're doing and selling that is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's even things like Becca and I, we would talk to each other, um, you know, every day, all day, about our markets coming up, or about the shop opening, or about this, about that. And we still do it, but obviously now we don't see each other. So we use our Saturday on, you know, to set up a Zoom while we're doing the market. We talk to each other through it, because it's our sense of like meeting up and being social and communicating and thinking, oh, what can we do next? So it is lovely, and I'm like obviously so grateful for the tech that we do have, and that we're able to stay connected, you know, and also at the wider spectrum as well, throughout the community, with our friends, our family. Yeah, it's definitely keeping everyone together, and actually I think people are talking more and engaging more, so it's even better.
Yeah, and actually the amount of creativity that's come out of it already, you know, as you said, it's a terrible situation, but actually there are some really good things that are coming out of it. And
Oh,
just, you know, like
amazing.
your virtual market, do you think that it might continue to be part of the future for you guys, even when you can actually hold physical proper markets again?
Yeah, definitely. We don't know the like obviously how often we'll do them. We probably won't do them every Saturday, because more than likely we'll probably have real like physical markets, which will feel very strange when we first do them again. But yeah, we definitely want to do it, if not just once a month, just to keep people engaged. You know, we still want to be able to support and give that platform to small businesses. You know, we during the markets we only have so much physical space available, so we cannot, as much as we want to, offer everyone a stall that applies. So through the virtual market, you know, we're able to obviously showcase a lot more than we would be physically anyway, so that's great. And that's what our aim was anyway. We've always been for the makers, we're makers ourselves. You know, we want to make it inclusive for everyone. So yeah, definitely, absolutely.
And
I really
online
enjoy
is,
it.
sorry, say that again.
I really enjoy it. It's like a lovely boost on a Saturday. Like, you know, if it's an intense week with work or working online, like your Saturday, it's kind of like almost like this big adrenaline rush, and like really
Yeah,
quite
imagine.
exciting. And yeah, it's really fun.
And I guess the nice thing about online actually is that you were saying about being inclusive, and online you're not. It's not limited to people who can actually get to your physical market,
Yeah, exactly.
or to people, and that includes, I mean, makers and buyers. So you can open it up to literally the entire world, which is amazing.
It's been, yeah, and that's what has been incredible actually. We did it just for, you know, our current like followers and like South London to begin with, and then we've seen people from like the Nordics, from the US, from
Oh,
Europe, and we're like, well, as long as you can post to the UK, you can get involved. Like, you know,
mhm.
it started here, but it's great. It's opening up the conversation across the globe. We're all going through this together, so it
Yeah,
kind of brings us closer, which is really
yeah,
lovely. Yeah.
that's amazing. It must be a huge amount of work for you guys.
It is on the day, keeping on top of everything. We do a Zoom call throughout, like I said, not only to be social, but obviously I just keep track of all the traders that have gone through. We make sure we've given everyone at least one post. If it gets to a stage where we are able to offer more, then of course we'll go back through those. But yeah, just keeping on top of all the traders coming through and seeing the ones that have done the weeks before. We've done 4 now, and it's lovely to see some of the same people coming through, because obviously they're finding it worthwhile, whether they're selling stuff, whether they're gaining followers. It's so lovely. And we've had like other markets get in touch and say, oh gosh, we love what you're doing, do you mind if we do it? And we're like, no, absolutely, let's keep supporting, in the local area, but and beyond. So yeah, no, it's great.
Amazing. You and Rebecca, you said you're both artists yourselves. Tell us a bit more about what you guys actually do yourself, because presumably you sell your own products on the market as well.
Yeah. So I run London Lily, and that's like candles, homeware, silver jewellery. I've been going for 10 years this year. It's
Well done.
a lifestyle hobby that's turned into like a small business. I'm very much like just love making things, and even during lockdown now, I'm like, what new skills can I learn? Like, I was embroidery sets. I'm like, yes, I'm going to start doing that. Like, I love it. So no, it's been wonderful. And Rebecca is an artist, so she's part of Drawn Together Art Collective, but she's also an art tutor, and she does a lot of freelance work there and like painting sessions and so on. So yeah, we're both really creative, and that's why I think when lockdown happened, we were like, oh no, we have to do something with our time. Like, we can't let people, like, we can't just like leave people high and dry without markets to go to. Like, we have to do something. So I think that's where our creativity kind of helped. We were able to turn something which we thought was, it was really upsetting. You put so much hard work into these events. Actually, now we feel like we emotionally and physically, like, we have got so much more out of these virtual markets, and it's opened us up to something we never even thought we'd do before. So yeah, it's great.
That's brilliant. And you sort of touched on this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. The ethos of your markets is clearly very much about community and collaboration, and I am 100% behind all of those things. But especially right now, it just seems so valuable. But so community and collaboration seems to be a massive part for you.
Yeah, definitely. And I think even with the physical markets, we like to get involved with, mums groups or local community groups online as well, because, it's something you can do with the whole family. It's not offensive. It's, a nice day out when you can go out. But also with the virtual market, it's something social for people to do. And, people like myself, I live alone. It's something to look forward to. It's something to get involved in, along with lots of other like online dance lessons or online quizzes that everyone's doing. It brings people together, and it doesn't matter where you are. It's just such a strong sense of community. And throughout, whether it's a physical event or a virtual event with us, like, that is very much what we like to be. We like to be part of the community. We like to bring something to the community to not only give something for people to do, but also showcase local artists and makers, like, really give them a platform to be able to show their amazing work. Like, there's so many talented people in London or globally, but in South London there's so many, and it's amazing. And we're so fortunate in South London to have beautiful like art studios. I don't live too far from like Beckenham Place Park, and like they've got the lovely art studios there. There's so much creative work coming out of South London. Why do we not want to show it? It's great. So we love the sense of community, and we'll do whatever we can to keep that going throughout lockdown and beyond.
And you've actually had some very exciting press coverage, I think, recently, haven't you?
Yeah, so it's always super exciting when you get press coverage, but I think more so for the virtual markets, because we've been on this weird emotional roller coaster, which we didn't think it was ever going to be what it was. And yeah, we got featured in Time Out, and we had an article written about us in Evening Standard yesterday. So we're so excited. We're kind of walking on clouds at the moment. So
Well, very well deserved, I think, by the sound of it. It's done an incredible thing in a very short space of time.
Yeah.
I guess the most important question really is, how can people get involved? So anybody watching who's interested in either being a maker or buying some things or having a look at what you've got, how can they get involved?
Yeah, so if they are a maker or a designer and they have a Instagram page, then all they have to do on Saturday between 12 and 2 is post a story with one of your products, the price and the link, and just tag at Solo Craft Fair. Post that between 12 and 2 and we will reshare that, and so you'll become part of the market. So pretty straightforward, quite a simple concept, but it's got people engaged. For people wanting to visit the market, all they have to do is log on to Instagram, go to Solo Craft Fair, and just browse the stories as and when they come through. If there are any that take your fancy, take a screen grab, click through to their link. You know, if you can't do it there and then, obviously you have to screen grab for later. You can then browse their site and purchase through there. It's completely free, whether you're browsing or you're making. We wanted to keep it free to make it accessible and inclusive as possible. So yeah, hopefully that covers everything. But yeah, 12 and 2 on Saturday, every Saturday until this weird and wonderful time is over. And then from then on, we will work out the frequency, but we're looking at least once a month to be able to carry it on as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I think I'm definitely going to come and have a look at on Saturday. I've actually found that although I'm spending a lot of money on food at the moment, but actually in other terms, I seem to be spending a lot less because obviously not traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I'm having a lot of fun with is spending a bit of that money I'm not spending on travel on nice things or fun things, and nice food, nice treats, things that I wouldn't necessarily, exploring things that I wouldn't necessarily have known about. So I will be there on Saturday to have a look at stuff. So thank you so much for coming to have a chat with us. And those links are to the side of the video if anybody missed them or wants to save them for later. Hopefully you'll come and join Cathrine and Rebecca on Saturday for the virtual market. I'm going to hand over to Rin at this point, my co-host, to tell you a little bit about the rest of the live streaming program, because the Upper Norwood Library Hub has a huge and ever-changing program of live streaming events. So Rin, tell us what's coming up.
Hello. I've just lost my page that I was going to read off. I'm going to get it back. I was so organized this morning. I was so organized and it all went wrong at the second I needed it. So after today, we have Helen, who is reading adult stories. Now, she reads on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 12:30. So I'm not sure what she's reading. I'll be honest, I have not checked in with that, but I will be very soon. I will be today. Hooray. Tomorrow we have yoga with Christina first thing in the morning. I think she had a technical issue last week. I didn't get her yoga class up, but I think she'll be on it this week. I think she'll be all right. And then well-being with Nicola, as always, at 9. Story time tomorrow will be with Rose. But I have to get her confirmed in today, but I think that's happening. And then Alice is taking us through her cross-stitch project later on in the afternoon. We've got yoga with Maya at 3, and then we've got a new show called The Wrap with Adam Westgate, and he's going to be reviewing movies. And then straight after that, we were trying to have a musical event on a Saturday night. Because Crystal Palace Lockdown Live is doing so well, and they're now going on to their 3rd week. I'm not going to book any music on a Saturday because everyone's eyeballs should be over there, because they've got DJs and they've got everything. They've got everything. So our musical stuff is going to move to a Friday, and we've got an audience with Alex and the Wonderland. I think I've got that right. Alex and the Wonderland. I think that's going to be at like 6 o'clock. I'm saying 6. It's quite early, maybe 5 or 6. And then the Covers Cafe with Imran in the evening. And from 10 o'clock every day, we've got Gothic Stories with Amy, and she gets dressed up and she just tells us some. She's reading from a specific book. I can't think of it out of the top of my head, but I'm sure it's lovely. We did have our open mic last night. I'm a bit like two minds about this open mic event. like if I get enough videos, I will do it. If I don't get enough videos, it won't happen, basically. So like this week we got plenty of videos and it was really good fun, and we got about half an hour worth, and Eleanor was our main performer because we use her for everything. But some people have started sending me videos for next week already. So if you want to be part of our open mic night on a Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, you need to send me a link, or you need to send me a video to info@unlt.org, or the email address that's in the description, which is galina.rin@unlt.org. And I think that's about all I have to tell you. So back to Eleanor. Yeah.
Brilliant. And actually, that is also the email address to contact if you would be interested in being on this show and coming to chat to us about something local, something positive, something that you might need help promoting or spreading the word about. So anything that is local, positive, or giving us a way to help with stuff in the current situation, we would love to hear from you. Come and have a chat to us live at lunchtime and spread the word. So it's galina.rin at unlt.org, was it? Rin? Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm going to add one thing to the live streaming program because it's mine, which is that at 11 a.m. every morning for about half an hour, my colleague Jake and I are doing a singing session through Crib Notes, which under normal circumstances is a parent and baby choir, but in the current circumstances is open to absolutely anybody who wants to do it. It's free. We're streaming it through the Upper Norwood Library Hub page and also through Crib Notes Facebook page, Palace a Cappella Facebook page, and Craggy Community Choir Facebook pages. So please come and join us there. This week we are doing actually a recording project, which is really cool, and the more the merrier. So given that we can't actually all sing together at the moment, we are learning a song together in 3 parts, and we're going to ask anybody who'd like to record themselves singing along with our track, and then send us the recording, and we're going to create a choir recording of anybody who wants to join in, just so we can at least hear ourselves together even if we can't physically be together. So that's 11 a.m. every morning, including Saturdays, just not Sunday. And yeah, we'd love to see you then. And we will be back tomorrow with the library live lunch at midday. So we hope to see you then. Cathrine, thank you so much for coming and telling us about Solar Craft Market. I'm really looking forward to Saturday and checking that out. So stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Bye. 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 Bye.